pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty and everlasting God, who presides over all things in heaven and earth, come and preside over these deliberations, so that those that make the decisions may be guided by your wisdom.
Okay, we have Attorney Kevin Walsh. This is to approve a transfer of a restaurant liquor license into the city of Wilkes-Barre from Hazelton.
Reading a book.
That's what I was looking at.
Kathy, if you make 5 copies of that, she won't even have to talk.
Don't forget your
Mike.
Okay.
Good evening.
Hey, how you doing?
State your name for the record, please.
My name is Kevin Walsh. I'm the attorney for Brito Loco WB LLC. With me here today is Jessica Tockel, who's the 100% owner of the company. Jessica's leasing the premises at 788 Kidder Street and is requesting the council approve the transfer of the liquor license from a Hazelton location to this location. Jessica has a lot of experience in the restaurant business. She actually is involved with 2 other ones, similar ones. One in Dallas by Yalek Farms. It's Brito Loco Mexican Cantina. It does very well. It's been there, maybe 5 years or so, Jessica?
Yes, 5 years.
It has expanded twice, and the last time it expanded to include a Milan wood-fired pizza oven as one location. She's also involved with the one up in Dixon City, Brito Loco Cantina and Grill. And that's with partners, I think that one is,
Yes,
right?
that
It's a
one's
partner she
partner.
operates it with. And that's been there for quite a few years next to Target, and that does very well. She runs a clean show. She never really has any problems. She doesn't have any, no police calls, things like that. She's looking to run, you can tell them what type of restaurant you want to run.
We are, all our restaurants are always family-oriented restaurants. We come, everyone goes in, children, teenagers, family. It's a family-owned restaurant, so it's a family-oriented restaurant too.
Okay, what type of hours are you thinking about, Jessica?
What type of what, sorry?
Hours.
Hours, the hours we usually operate is 10 a.m. to 10 p.m.,
How many days a week, Jessica?
7 days a week.
Do you have a lot of entertainment?
Occasionally, not really, usually. It's just for special occasions like Cinco de Mayo, sometimes like Mother's Day or things like that, an occasional Saturday, but not really, nothing that we do every week.
The location. I pulled a couple of pages off the lease that she signed. I didn't make enough copies for everybody. But the last page is an aerial view of the premises.
We'll share.
So you can see it. And that's the location. Friendly, this is Kidder Street. It's next to the IHOP and by the Days Inn. And as you can see, if you look at the aerial photo, it does have a picture of a car there. There's plenty of parking, on-site parking. There's no off-street parking. There's no parking on Kidder Street. And the lot's quite sizable. It can accommodate, I think, Jessica's needs.
Yeah.
Good area.
Does council have any questions?
So is there a physical bar, like you come up to the bar, or you're only to serve drinks at tables?
No, we do plan to have a physical bar,
Okay.
just so the bartender has his space. Maybe around like 10 seats, 15, so people could like, when they're waiting for tables,
Right,
come up and get a drink, yeah.
We'll be selling six-packs to go on there?
We usually don't have, like, we usually
Okay.
don't do that.
Okay,
It's
that's
more,
good.
more like a dine-in
That's great.
restaurant, yeah.
It's good to hear.
Are you planning any outdoor space?
Yes, we are. We are planning to do a patio in the back.
Yeah, behind the building,
Behind the building.
there's a large grassy area
Yeah,
between
there's
the
a big area.
building and the parking
There's no
lot.
neighbors, though.
No, that's-
And I think she talked to the landlord about that, if she could put something out there. Because I know in Dallas, it's pretty popular. It's just, it's seasonal, but
Yeah.
but it's popular for, a lot of people like it, especially in the summer months.
In the summer months, yes.
It's,
Yeah, it's a nice location there.
I think it's a great location for it. It's in that area where there are a lot of restaurants. It's
Yep.
mixed, there's no residential.
No residential, yep, that's huge.
For any area, and they really don't have any bands to make noise, but
Yeah.
but it's still a,
Yeah, it's a very good location. We are kind of familiar with the commercial space because like Dixon City is like up there in Target, and we have neighbors, Gertrude Hawks and Xfinity. So we're very familiarized with that area of commercial area.
and with the hotels, it'll give everybody, and the neighborhood and Plains and Wilkes-Barre will have an alternative place to eat. And how many employees you think?
It's gonna be a big restaurant, so, like around 60 maybe?
Oh, really? Okay.
It's great.
When were you thinking of opening? As soon as that,
As soon as we want to, I don't know, we want to do as soon as possible because we do have to start paying rent, so. We need it to go up and running as soon as we have everything done inside because we have to do some work in there.
sometime this summer?
Hopefully, yes.
If-
Well, that's what we aim for, like, we aim for 3 months, probably.
Yeah. And Jessica's RAM certified by the LCB, like for management, as a manager. And actually Dixon City was, the whole premises was RAM certified, which means all the employees have to go through the courses, et cetera, you know? So,
Anything else?
I have no more questions, no.
That's good.
No, I mean, I think it's probably the most ideal location in the city. It's very
Easy.
commercial, it's
Yeah.
not residential, so.
So the resolution will be on our regular session meeting. It'll be voted on at 6 o'clock.
okay.
Okay. then I'll
Thank
send
you.
it.
Thank you.
We wish you well.
Appreciate very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening, I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
oh, good luck.
So much.
Thank you.
Take care. Good luck.
Take care.
Make it official.
To the flag, United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Almighty and everlasting God, who presides over all things in heaven and earth, come and preside over these deliberations so that those that make the decisions may be guided by your wisdom.
Roll call, Mr. Barrett.
Here.
Mr. Brooks.
Here.
Mr. Mirren.
Here.
Mr. Belishko.
Here.
Mrs. McClay.
Here.
Also in attendance is Mayor George Brown, Controller Tony Thomas, Administrator Charlie McCormick, Assistant City Attorney Maureen Collins, Assistant City Clerk Tracy Smith, Administrative Assistant Lisa Sanford. Good evening, welcome to tonight's regular session. Please turn off all cell phones. Following are examples of some important council rules. They are not intended to be a complete list. Please adhere as closely as possible to the 5-minute speaker presentation time limit. No persons are allowed to address the council from beyond the rail, except the speaker at the dais who has the floor. Chairperson shall preserve order and decorum, prevent attacks on personalities. Chairperson shall determine all points of order. No person except city officers or their representatives shall be permitted within the rail during any meeting without the express permission of council. Council kindly asks that the public please vacate the building within 10 minutes after the meeting adjourns. And finally, when members of the administration are speaking, please use the microphone. Ready on pending?
Any public input on pending legislation?
Nope. Okay, so we need a motion and a second on the consent agenda, resolutions and minutes, which is the 4 resolutions and some 3 sets of minutes.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Barrett,
Second.
second by Mr. Brooks. Mr. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
Mr. Marin?
Yes.
Mr. Belishko?
Yes.
Mrs. McClay?
Yes.
We have the consent agenda ordinances, which is file of councils number 2, 3, and 4. Number 2 is second and final reading. We need a motion and a second.
Motion.
Motion by Mr. Belishko,
Second?
second by Mr. Marin. Mr. Barrett?
Yes.
Mr. Brooks?
Yes.
Mr. Marin?
Yes.
Mr. Belishko?
Yes.
Yes.
Any other business? Some presentations?
Mr. Barrett? Oh, wait.
Give me one second.
You
will
go
do?
ahead, take your time.
I ran out of ink.
Oh, no, there it is. I can't even see it. Thank you.
Jesus.
Now
You know, I know we had the noise ordinance distributed to all of us 2 weeks ago. And I, as everyone else did, looked through it, and there's a section there, I'll pass it out to everybody and make copies. There's a section in here that I find to be very ambiguous, doesn't make a lot of sense. It's 25 years old.
Oh, the hooting.
This is the one about radios, amplification equipment and everything. Talks about the operation of any such machine or device between the hours of 11 and 7. I don't like that language in there, between 11 and 7. That can be heard at a distance of 50 feet from any structure.
Thank you.
I think that 11 PM to 7 AM
I think there's 3.
isn't necessary. We know that this goes on other hours and it can be very problematic for people. The last line in that particular section, this is section 17.3, talks about after only one warning from law enforcement personnel or any agent of the city shall be prima facie evidence of a violation of this section. I don't think that line should even be in there. I'm not a fan of that. It kind of infers that the police officer has to give a warning before citing. If it's that bad, if it's that egregious, the police come, they can give a warning if they wish, like they can for any other violation. Obviously, they have that discretion. But to put that in there kind of infers that, hey, we've got to give you a warning if it's 7 o'clock in the morning or 3 o'clock in the morning, whatever it is, and I can hear you from half a block away. Why do we have to give you a warning?
Yeah.
And then oftentimes that means the police have to come back, and if they can't get back, this noise starts up again. I'm not a big fan of that. I think that should be left to the officers, whether they want to give a warning or not to put that language in there that infers that you almost have to give a warning.
Yeah.
I don't know what everyone thinks about that, but I'm going to circulate an email to that effect and ask you to consider possibly maybe some language changes in there. Again, this goes back to 2002. And we think things have changed a little bit. We're getting more and more noise complaints, and I don't want to limit the officer's discretion. I don't want to limit the times or hours from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. This stuff can go on all day long. It could be a Sunday afternoon.
Right.
And that kind of reads like, well, you know, it's not between 11 p.m. and 7 a.m. It reads that way. I think that line should be stricken right out of there. So I'll send you an email to that effect and take a look at it, and
Okay.
maybe we can consider it at an upcoming meeting. That's all I have. Thank you.
I don't disagree. I actually circled 11 to 7 as well on
You
my
did,
copy.
Yeah.
All right, we're on the same page.
Yeah, it needs to be changed.
Yeah.
And the warning thing, I think that should be at the discretion of the police officers. Let that police officer make the decision of whether a warning is
Yeah.
justified or not.
I think we need to look to attach a fine amount to the noise ordinance, because we don't have one
Right,
currently
it falls
attached.
under that general fine.
There is one
Yeah.
now, right?
There is one.
There is a
It's under
fine.
a general ordinance.
Do we know what it
Penalties.
is?
I want to say $300, but don't quote me. I can get that
Okay.
information for you tomorrow.
That penalty
Is
section.
there any on the quality of life ticket? There's got to be one on there, too.
No, if it's on the quality of life, I'd have to look into it, Mike.
Okay.
I asked him about why there was no, and he said everything falls under, there's a blanket ordinance, that there's no fine attached, this is what we use. I could send you a copy of that tonight.
Anything else?
No, thank you.
Perfect. Mr. Brooks?
I know I have one of my constituents who's going to talk about the same subject. Again, the appalling lack of communications from the utilities to our residents. So we have an incident on Ross Street where we couldn't figure out exactly what utility, but I really, again, think what we should consider to ensure that these utilities are respectful to their customers and our neighbors to let us know what's going on. So, for example, my streets right now is red, white, and blue, and green, and yellow, of all different kinds of stripes that they put all over the place. Well, I like to know exactly what they mean. When are you going to do it? When are you going to start? When are you going to stop? All that kind of thing. So I think that's one thing. Second, getting after the utilities companies to do what they said they were supposed to do. So, for example, I have a fire hydrant at the corner of South River and Ross that is encased in blacktop. Not the sidewalk that they ripped up, not the curb put back, and it's been over a year. Unacceptable. And then 3, the gas, I guess it's the gas company that is doing the work. They're installing gas meters in the front of the house, which is ruining the historical nature of our neighborhood. Other cities force gas companies to hide their meters. So right now, poor Maureen Collins has bushes ripped out of her front house and now has a gas meter in front of her 1850 house. I mean, destroying the beauty of it. So I really think we should consider the aesthetics, making the cleanup again after this, and communications. I said this before, and I made a comment about one particular utility company's public relation executives making 6-figure salaries, and the least you could do is go door to door and knock on people and give them a flyer. That woman did call me from one of the utilities and apologize and literally said, yes, we dropped the ball. But in this day and age, it's sad to say, younger people don't read the newspapers, right? You can miss, obviously, things in the newspapers. Nobody's going to see stuff on Facebook. Probably one of the most frustrating things is people post stuff about the city on Facebook and think we all happen to see it. No, the only way you know anything is talk to somebody. So I like to see the utilities go literally door to door on that block, wherever they're doing work. So you got 20 houses. Well, you're making 6 figures. Easy enough. And knock on the door and say, hey, we are going to put blue, yellow, white, yellow lines all over your street, and this is what they mean, and we're going to start on this particular day, and we're going to try to end on this day, just to communicate. It's really disrespectful. And I'm sure you'll bring up more public comments. So I just want to put that out there. Thank you.
Mr. Marin?
Yeah, today I had a Washington Square Apartment Residents Association meeting, and they had some concerns. One of the biggest concerns was the Public Assistance Office. A lot of people are double parking in front of there, and it's hard for buses to get around. Maybe we can get a couple safety sticks in front of there to eliminate that issue. And also, if I don't know, I mean, if we can get some more police presence behind there, it's called Nesbitt Lane. Maybe get some of the bike cops now that the weather's hopefully going to break, if it ever does, and just some more police presence, because they feel there's some illegal activity going behind their building, and if that would help out immensely, and yeah, just the safety sticks, because that's, as Jess was there, that's one of their biggest issues that they have in front of the Public Assistance Office, and that's it. And I'll be sending some emails about some signs as well.
Mr. Belishka?
Nothing today.
I have a few things. Hold on. I'm written somewhere. Sabre Room parking lot. There is I guess it at one point was an RV, but there's a door ripped off and it's been open for well over a month. I mean, the Sabre Room itself probably could use a look at too. 404 and 402 North Main Street. Every week, there's garbage left out there. Today's Thursday, there's still garbage out there. No stickers, they never put a sticker. 415 North Main Street, that is the one where the dumpster, there's furniture alongside the dumpster, grass is high. That is supposed to be that drug and alcohol rehab facility, but nothing's been there.
Yeah, well,
That one you got?
I know they got going through the process. She'll get
Perfect.
there, this morning.
Thank you. 123 and 125 Wyoming Street. I brought this up last year. This is a double block that nobody lives in, but whoever owns it, I don't know what they do there, but there's garbage on the side of it again, and tires on the side of it. And 1 Leonard Street, that is not my area, I know that, but that is also high grass and garbage in it. 68 Willow Street is also not mine, but I got a complaint, I don't know who it belongs to, about garbage in the backyard as well. And Balecki's, my last one. The garbage and furniture, TVs are all over Linden Street on the side entrance to Balecki's. I know they cleaned it up once and put it in the middle of Balecki's, but there's more garbage there now. And I'm good. Public discussion. Jamie Smith?
Good evening, I'm Jamie Smith. I live at 293 South Franklin Street. I'm here to demonstrate my ignorance about these utilities and notifying residents and people, but first I wanted to thank the mayor and the councilman. So I'm back to report that as far as the community garden that we're working on for 64 West Ross, we have a signed sales agreement and we should be closing by the end of the month. But you guys both helped me get it mowed, so it should be my responsibility another couple of weeks. Last week, a couple different groups of neighbors and I went up to Peter Boland's house twice. So he's 89, but he's full of wisdom and ideas, and he's looked over the maps and given us kind of his perspective and some ideas about designing the garden. Starting with the sun arc and where things could be planted, but also he had a question about where some of the utilities are. So I put in a one call, and some of the utilities responded right away, other utilities did not, and then some utilities said, well, if you're just designing, you're not actually digging, we won't bother coming out until you're designing. And I said, well, what if somebody is, thinking about whether to invest in putting something where, and you go through all that trouble and then you start digging and you find out you can't. So there was, the more people I talked to, the different answers I got. And in the meantime, some guys from, I think it's Krieger Pipeline, contacted me because they said they had this job for UGI on West Ross and they were going to be doing some work there. Could they leave their material and park their vehicles there? And I said I would check with the land bank, and as long as we had a certificate of insurance that we're not responsible for their vehicles and things on the property, and discuss how they would leave it when they were done. They offered to bring some topsoil, so we decided to meet in person, and seemed like they wanted to do it, and then the next day they said they're going a different direction. So that fell through, but all the utilities had been out. There's different colors for the water company, and so they had started marking. Somebody clearly knew this was not, I understand if you're talking about a water main breaks or some emergency, but this is like clearly planned, scheduled work. So, and I'm dealing with these guys who tell me they're involved in the project, and I can't get any information about when it's starting, how long it is, what's involved, and woke up this morning at like 7 a.m. The trucks are there, and the one guy's like parked on the sidewalk in front of the garden, and they start cutting open the street. And so I was just wondering, in doing this research, maybe an idea for you to consider is, for example, on West Ross, there's 3 or 4 tree stumps that have been like that for years. But I saw West Pittston has a tree and shade ordinance, and in a nutshell, basically if you take a tree down, you gotta get a permit to do that. And then you put in a deposit, and you have a year to put a tree replacing it, so you'd have to grind the stump and do that. And the deposit, I guess the borough or whatever West Pittston municipality status is, they set that price based on if you don't come back and put the tree in, then you forfeit that deposit and that funds putting the tree back. So at least you're only stuck with a year of this eyesore. So I don't know if that would apply for the tree stumps or any of these other projects that are just kind of like to be determined when they're going to get completed or what they are. I nagged a bunch of other people. The neighborhood has old houses. PA American Water had sent a letter saying They didn't know if your water supply is toxic, so they will come out for free and assess it, and if it is toxic or lead pipe, they will replace it for free. So I thought, well, as long as the entire street is ripped apart, is there any chance we could coordinate with the utilities? I talked to PA American Water, I said, do you know about this? No. So I called the councilman, I contacted some other administrators at the city. Joe Rodano, I guess, is the coordinator for all this paving and cutting. He didn't know anything about this project. He said, well, they have to have a permit before they do it. And I said, well, it's 11:30 and they started at 7:30. So I don't know if they need a permit or not. UGI, I called UGI. They were, they transferred me around and then basically said, there's no way to call the operations person. We'll take your number and we'll call you. So they said their process is that they go around and do doors and they notify everybody. And I said, nobody in the neighborhood I know got a door tag. PA American Water will send a text and leave a voicemail that says, hey, we're doing work. You might have low pressure between these dates, so expect whatever. But UGI, I did not have the same experience. And I was just curious if there's any way to kind of coordinate this, or maybe on the no parking signs, you could put a QR code and you could go to a list and say, here's the list of the projects or the dates or what's going on. But that's kind of where I am at, is just wondering, are they going to repave this now that they've got, you know, whatever it is, 10 holes all up and down the street? And nobody at UGI seems to have any answer.
So, are you done?
I think my time is up.
Okay,
Yeah.
so, no parking signs were placed?
I believe there were no parking signs from UGI placed. I didn't notice them, but last night, and I will add that this afternoon, I got home and texted the guy from Krieger because, so like 4:30, 5 o'clock, they were done working, and one of their large trucks, they just left in front of my neighbor's driveway with their car still in the driveway.
Oh,
So I texted him a photo. It may be moved by the time I get back, but you know, that didn't seem like if the guy needs to get out or go somewhere, or, you know, didn't seem convenient. So I don't know. I guess I was concerned that the person at the city didn't seem to have any idea about the project, and UGI said they have a process, but that was not my experience in this case.
Anybody else?
unacceptable.
Something we'll have to look at.
Okay, I will add that, check out Fiesta. I just got my T-shirt. Well, my students have some work there, and they're from Wilkes-Barre, so thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Jamie.
Beth Ann?
Good afternoon. My name is Beth Ann McTavish. I live at 82 Darling Street. Everybody here knows me and knows why I'm here. I'd like to know what the status is on the replacement of the stormwater basin in front of my house, because last night we had what Joe Snediger called a gully washer, and it's still backed up. Luckily, I had my car out of there, and so I wouldn't have to end up getting another car. And I see that some of my neighbors didn't even bother to move their cars. I don't know whether they got water up underneath it, but I know the water did come over, and it's still there, okay? And I'm worried about in the winter now, because in the winter that freezes and comes up, and it froze my car, and they're solid, and I had to get towed. The second problem I'm having is my sewage in my house. And I had Mr. Carpenet there twice this year. It cost me about $800 altogether to have it unblocked. And I'm thinking it's coming from next door. And he did write back to me, and he says, I, Ryan Carpenet, am the licensed professional that performed the camera inspection at your residence that shows an additional line on your lateral causing your reoccurring blockages. I did get an answer from the city that I should use Drain Tech, but I don't know how to go about that, because I don't think I should be the one now to use the Drain Tech. I think that landlord next door should take some of the blame, because it is coming from his side. and he's a little bit hard to deal with. He'll ignore me. He still has the trees growing out of his rain gutters. And I had an overflow from that last night on my back porch on account of the rain. And I really like to know what to do, if I should just call him nicely and say, hey, let's work together and get this done, or if he'll even do it or ignore me. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
You got, thank you.
The water situation, I know, has been resolved at least to the point of normal water, but again, we have to do something a little bit more for those type of unbelievably heavy areas. We have that in various areas of the town, so my understanding is that it's been resolved for the normal type of situations, but if you have like an inch in an hour or something like that, that it will back up. So we're gonna be working on that. The second thing is, as you said, we sent somebody up, Dave was up, they inspected it. Your problem is you have one of the old, there are not many left in the city, but the old where there was a joint sewer line, probably because there was an older house that had a couple of properties and then it got separated. Those are not anything the city can do. We can't enter onto private property. So the sewer problem is with your neighbor. You're going to have to resolve that with that person. Okay?
Because the manhole to access the sewer is on his property, in his yard.
And we can access it. We looked at it, and that was flowing. Your problem is that his is flowing into yours. It's a combined situation, and so that's the problem. They should be separated. That would do it, but that's a private issue. We can't do that. The city, meaning. Okay?
Anybody else have anything? I want to thank the mayor for getting Miller Street paved. I also want to thank you. I see Penn Ave is getting started. They're doing the handicap ramps, so that is a nice thing to see before we even hit, summer. So I appreciate that, and I appreciate all the hard work, Charlie. I know you responded pretty quickly to the ones I gave you Tuesday, so thank you. Motion to adjourn.
You look like you wanted.
Yeah, I wanted to have a comment here.
Talk to you quick.
You know, I needed to.
Minutes now.
I can talk to him quick.
Just to talk to you.
Oh, okay.